Alabama's quickly becoming the Detroit of the South,
Right.
if I may say. We have a lot of industries that are suppliers for our many automotive manufacturers. One being right here in Silicaga, with NEMAC.
Yes.
Can you talk about the project that y'all recently did for NEMAC?
So Mr. Parrish came out. Well, we talked back and forth through email. We talked on the phone. I told him what we had seen in Pittsburgh, where in Pittsburgh they had a relationship with the corporation there for cookware. And they had come out to that particular school and talked about a part of their design that they were running into with the elderly, the weight and the comfort of the hand with people who had arthritis. And I thought, man, that was an authentic situation that really needed to be solved in the corporate world, and students need to know how to attack problems, because you don't just go to work and everything runs smoothly. There are issues to be solved. And so I looked around and I thought, okay, what do we have around here that could give them that engineering opportunity? And Mr. Parrish had, he'd worked at Avondale a long time ago, had lots of connections around here, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna reach out to him. And so through talking back and forth, he really could see what I was trying to create here. And he got with his engineering group at NEMAC, and they actually came up, this gauge is something that is used at NEMAC, and it does have the birth date on the block. So here's the QR code that it has to read. So it goes on there, I don't know if I can put it on there correctly, like this. And so that little window, that little viewfinder, make sure that the QR code is being stamped in the correct place. And this is created out of nylon. It withstands a good bit of heat. These are hot when they come through the line. Of course, this is just a piece of the block. It's a very small piece of the block. And they go through a wash which cools it, but it does have to withstand a good bit of heat. And he said, this is something that is used on a regular basis, and this constant putting them on does wear, and they go through them. They break and things happen. But this is something that has to be created outside of sight. And he said, let's see what your students can do with it. That's what the engineers came up with. So, man, it was frustrating for them, because when all they had, Mr. Parrish came out and he gave them the specs, and he showed them on a video how it all works, so they had a better understanding of the use of this. Because you can only imagine. Some of them, they didn't know what a block was in a car. Even though you've got a whole lot of junior and senior students in the class, they may not have those experiences. So he explained all of that, and you can see where their design, let me turn it correctly. These are a few of the prints on theirs. You can see that these cutouts are here, and they worried about it once they coded it and had it correct, that there might be something that, would impede this fitting on there. Was there something over here that they couldn't see because they didn't have the whole block? But when Mr. Parrish came, he took one back with him, met with the engineer, they took it out, put it on the block, and it worked. And so he came back and told the students how great it was. But when the students first started, it's not like they started this, just like the Level Up Village project, the students went through some failures. And how authentic is that? To go through failure. Everything does not work out the first time. That's engineering, that you go through that cycle. I tried this, I think this is what I need to do next, try that, make those adjustments, and circle back. That's what it is. And so that piece up there, right there, is actually when they were very frustrated, because they were trying to run the code, and the build for it kept falling. And so we didn't keep all of those pieces, but they finally got it where and they had it turned wrong on the plate, and there was just all kinds of things that was happening, and it took them some time, but I think they learned some valuable lessons.
You saying that, it makes me think about Thomas Edison. How many times he tried before he got it right on the light bulb. Even Henry Ford.
The Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers, oh my Lord. Our guys in building the rockets with Werner von Braun.
Yes.
How many times did we blow up a rocket before we actually launched?
A successful run. And so, I feel like that at the elementary age, that we have set kids up to think that one and done. We've set them up that way to some degree in the past. You know, they get immediate success. And in a lot of things, and the way our world is, there's instant gratification. Students need to have productive struggle. And as adults, it's our job, just like as parents, to not interfere with that productive struggle and let it happen so that they get these good lessons.
Failure is not the end.
No, and for them to realize that, so that when they go out into the world, they are coachable employees. They are employees that are not afraid of trouble or, you know, of challenges. They are employees that are inventive and creative and critical thinkers. That's what our goal is in this lab right here, is to give them opportunities to cultivate those skills. That's what we want.